Okay. You guys can all hear me okay? And the music, yep?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, you guys all did see the briefing and you didn't have any questions. If you do, there's briefing cards in front of everybody here. The second most important piece of equipment in this aircraft after me is this thing. This is the Mai Tai bag. If anybody's had too much to eat or drink, they need to give any or all of it back. It needs to go in this bag. Okay, the most important part of this bag is accuracy. That means that everything goes in this bag. There's a wet wipe in here if you need it, you can use it. And then when you're done with that, put it in the bag, seal the bag up. This then becomes your official Blue Hawaiian helicopter souvenir. That means you take it with you. You don't leave it in the aircraft. We are going to be flying around the water and over the water and near the water. And luckily for us, this aircraft is float equipped. In the highly unlikely event that we have to land in the water for any reasons, I'm going to make those floats magically appear on the left and right side of the aircraft. I will then land in the water, get everything stopped. And at that point, Jean over there is going to be my emergency exit operator. When I tell her to, and only when I tell her to, she's going to pull the plastic cover off that red handle over there, pull up on the red handle, bump the door into the water. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. We'll take off our headsets and seat belts, put on our life jackets, and at that point, I'm going to make a decision whether we're going to stay in the aircraft or get in the water. Whatever I decide, we're all going to do together, okay? We're just going to stay together. Please do not inflate your life jacket in this aircraft under any circumstances. If I stop talking in mid-sentence, I haven't lost my mind or my train of thought. There's other conversations I'm having with air traffic control or other aircraft that you guys don't get to hear. And I'll generally pick up right where I left off with that, okay? If you guys need to talk, you can use the microphones. And if I ask you to just kind of chill for a minute, because I'm doing some of the air traffic stuff and I can't hear you when you're talking. So I can't even hear you. It just is kind of a distraction. So please don't do that. It's okay now, and until we get back over towards the airport at Kahului, that'll be fine. And we're going to do some of the air traffic control stuff, and we'll be airborne here shortly. Okay, guys, all set? Here we go. Is everybody having a good time on Maui so far? Good vacation? Good. One last blast before school starts? Yeah. Over here on the left is the town of Hana. I think that's where you guys probably just had lunch, isn't it? Yeah. You can see the center cone in the water there with all the trees on it, the Hana Resort on the shore side of that. On a ranch is all the pasture you see here in front of us now. About 4,000 acre cattle ranch over there. This little valley here on the left is one of my favorite places up here. It's the Waihoi Valley. Real pretty valley in here. Every time I come into the valley like this, I keep thinking, this is where I got to find the dinosaurs. It's just real primitive back in here. I haven't yet, but I keep looking. This little waterfall here on the right-hand side is going to be the Wahiamalo Falls. I'm going to turn here just so everybody on this side of the aircraft can get a look. Amber and Amanda can take a peek at the waterfall here. Our waterfalls here are not like other places. If it's not raining or hasn't recently rained above the waterfall, guess what? No water, no waterfall. But right here it's raining quite a bit. And we're going to see a couple places here along the way. Along this right slope here, there's countless waterfalls, a dozen really, really nice ones. We're going to come over here and look at the Waimuku Falls, which are the water source for the pools of Ohio. They're coming up on the right-hand side. The pools are going to go from our front to the left down at the water's edge. Amber, can you look over there and see the house and the parking lot and the little road and all that grass over there? That's the visitor center over there. Waimuku Falls are right here on the right-hand side. We need to climb here quite a bit. And we can't maneuver in here like we just did because this is in the Park Service. You guys can look down there and see those falls, though. And there are the pools. That's a bamboo forest around those falls. That is the Kipahulu Valley there to the right, and on the left here is the Kipahulu Peninsula. It was the longtime home and now the permanent home of Charles Lindbergh, as he's buried down there. He was a longtime resident of Maui. And this forest in here is the Kipahulu Forest Preserve. It is a koa wood forest. Koa is a very sought-after wood in Hawaii. It's used for fine furniture and musical instruments now. It's a protected species. In the past, it was used for war canoes and weapons. It takes about 40 years for the tree to mature, so they try to keep it, the harvest under control. Amanda, you see those light green trees there to the left? All those lighter green trees? That's an introduced species of tree here. That's called kukui. They used the kukui nut as torch fuel. The original Polynesian explorers brought that with them. They would chop the nut up and put it in a piece of bamboo, light it, use it. Again, that was probably the original tiki torch. And directly in front of us here and on the right-hand side is the back of the Manawanui Valley. This is also the end of the Kipahulu Forest Preserve, and the Hana Rainforest ends here. If you look to the right there, you can see all those watercourses that trace their way down that cliff face. When it is raining or has recently rained, that waterfall is normally pumping, and I haven't seen any water. Oh, there's one little trickle right there in front of us, just to the right on the left side of the valley, the right of the aircraft now. See one little waterfall there. And if you look to the right there, that is Kaupo Flow. That's one of the two openings, the Kaupo Gap there on the top of Haleakala. That valley up there is technically not a crater. It is an erosional valley, and you're looking inside it there. It is large enough inside that valley to place the entire island of Manhattan would fit inside there. The other one up at the top, across the top of the valley over there, is the Ko'olau Gap, and it is 6 miles across the valley here. As we get up to the top and you look across there, you need to remind yourself that it is 6 miles across the valley there, about 20 miles long. Again, you could put the entire island of Manhattan inside that hole up there. That's why it's technically not a crater.